In this video, I'll share with you a new indicator on TradingView that I just released. You'll find a link to it down below in the description. What this indicator does, it's called Market Crashes and Chart Timeframe Highlights. It highlights the 7 most recent market pullbacks or market crashes. It's also customizable, so you can actually change the dates and add your own dates. So let's jump over to chart, and I'll just give a few tips on using this indicator. And this indicator is really simple. What I really wanted is I wanted an indicator that would highlight the recent crashes from 1987 that I find significant, that I could plot on a chart, and I could look at a long-term chart. One of the reasons for that is I think the current cycle we're in, we're going to see one more cycle of either it's going to take out the highs, or we're going to have a cycle that's going to take out the 2002, which would be here, the 2002 lows and the 2008 lows. And then from that cycle, we're going to move on to what would be the next stage of technology, human development. That's AR, VR, medical breakthroughs, artificial intelligence. But I think before we hit that, we're going to have one more test of either the 2002 lows and the 2008 lows. So I wanted an indicator that would show me how does a chart behave on in those time frames. So for instance, we're looking at GE. It's on the monthly time frame. You can see here's the 87 crash, and then here's the 90. It would be a recession is what they really called it. Here is the 2001, and these are all customizable. So if you want to go in here and maybe you don't, maybe you're in a market or you're looking at markets that don't follow these cycles, but you still want to highlight specific dates, you have up to 7 that you can customize. You can change the dates on, and this will show up on every chart. And I'll just share an example of why this is extremely helpful. So for instance, here in the basically 2016 to 2018 crash that took out the lows here on GE, we can see that it really did take out the lows from 2008, the 2008 real estate crisis. We go over to Boeing, that same time frame, we see that Boeing basically ripped up and made its all-time high during that same time frame. So this is extremely helpful because you can highlight specific areas of the chart, and you can see discrepancies, or you can see differences, and maybe something is behaving a little bit differently. That might prompt you to look at that chart for the next cycle that might be unfolding. It might also prompt you to look at that industry or look at what they were doing during that time that caused them to go counter to what a lot of the charts at that same time did. So that's one of the main reasons why I created this indicator. The final thing I'll mention here is that the last time frame, the 7th time frame, I started that cycle. I did a lot of analysis on this right around 2021, first quarter 2021. For me, when I look at a lot of charts across multiple markets, the high happened, I mean, you can see here that's a little off here on Bank of America, but the high, I think it really shows up on GE, the high happened around the first quarter going into the second quarter of 2021. And that's the current cycle we're in right now. A lot of charts, as we can see here, especially on GE, are going to test those levels. That's the level that it's going after right now. If it does take out that level, then it's going to go and test the pre-2017 levels. So we're really at an interesting time in a lot of charts and even indexes. So the one crash or the one pullback that is a little bit different is the 7th and final one, because we're in the midst of it right now. So that's all. That's the final thing I want to mention. Once again, the link is down below. Any questions, join me in Discord or leave a comment down below. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.